heart attack. Fast, fatal, heart impact. Past painful scars, in fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions, fact, don't ask, grab reactions, jacked, attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose, pick a new submerged juice. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember you're discreet now, get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here, and now, before we do start, let's give a brief little review. In the last part, quite a number of things have happened. Now, we had Deku. Deku, he was trying to piece together this very strange phenomenon. He helped out with the Terrigen Mist. He helped solve a few problems and try to be involved here. However, after the Terrigen Mist problem was solved and Japan was saved, you had an issue. Black Bolt of the Inhumans, he voiced his complaints on the matter, and in doing so, he killed Cyclops. Now, Deku was somewhat surprised by the situation. Cyclops, he is a man of strategy, not a man of strength. If he can't win with his optic beams, he will devise a strategy, find a way to work together with a team and win. However, what he saw before his very eyes was a suicide by Black Bolts. And after attending his funeral, and everybody they were drinking to the fallen and their small victory over saving Japan, Deku woke up in the same bed as Laura, X-23, and Jean Grey. And right now, he was trying to understand what was going on as Emma Frost came to Deku. And right now, Deku, he does get a few answers. Now, Deku, he is finding this very, very hard to believe. He was asking her exactly why Cyclops did it. Because in Deku's mind, nothing adds up. He's adding 2 plus 2, but he's getting 3. And right now, he wants to know everything. He wants somebody to catch him up on everything. And Deku, yeah. He does get an answer from Emma. And after that, he does somewhat try to go about his day. Him trying to sit down and enjoy something to drink. As he does know that today, it's going to be a full set of chaos. And right now, as Deku is drinking coffee, you do actually have Logan, who he does look up towards Deku and tell him a few simple words. He doesn't listen to any advice he gives him, does he? Fuck you. Deku drinking his coffee. It was good advice. It was free, too. Best kind. Fucking, how old are you, Logan? Very. Now, how you feeling? Like shit? How are you feeling? Right as rain. Fuck your healing factor. Deku's sipping his coffee. And right now we do actually have over with Jean and Laura. The two would go to wake up sometime later. And right now the two, they do both at least wake up with a strange idea. Jean wakes up in her bed, and after going to feel both nauseous and tired, and hungover, she's going to look over and see X-23, who does go to someone climb out of bed and start stretching. And right now, Laura, she has to look over towards Jean, and seeing the absolute daggers of jealousy, because of a healing factor. Now, Laura will go to climb out of Jean will go to climb out of bed and walk out. As Laura, she's going to go use the shower. Now, Jean is going to walk into the kitchen. A few people sitting down with Deku, and Deku, he currently is hearing Logan. As Jean is going to pour a cup of coffee and hear the following words. So, we can't get into contact with anybody. There's no Avengers, no S.H.I.E.L.D. right now. Where are all they? S.H.I.E.L.D. can handle the situation. I mean, we don't know where they're at, and we tried calling the Avengers, but no one answered. No one answered? Not even Jarvis. He should be an automated answering machine. Kid, do you know about the Vision? What the fuck is Vision? He helped take down Ultron. Okay, when was that built? Sometime whenever you were gone. Uh, okay. Listen, I want to just know when the hell, when the hell did everything start getting so weird? And why don't things add together right? What do you mean? I'm talking about with Scott. Now, Gina's gonna sit down next to Deku. And right now, after going to bring out her hand, she's gonna reach onto Deku's. Nothing makes sense. Him looking towards her. I get that, but I saw Scott die. You did? Yeah, and I don't get it. He stood there. He approached Black Bolt. He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't. No. And Emma, what she told me doesn't make sense either. I mean, the Terrigen Mist is going to cover the Earth in a few days. The entirety of it. We're on a timetable. It'll kill everybody. I mean, fucking Genosha is hardly safe. They're trying their best to hold it off, but at the rate they're going, it's going to take over the city. I know. We had the idea to bring the city into limbo, but we're not even too sure how that would work. The amount of power it would take would probably overload magic. Probably, yeah. I mean, that's thousands and thousands of mutants, if not millions. We could bring them here, but we'd have no place to put them all. Yeah. So, how things been? Fine, I guess. Listen, I'm doing okay, but I need to talk to Forge. They're gonna stand, see what's going on with him, and figure everything out. Now, Deku, he does gotta leave. And right now, after doing so, he is gonna head downstairs. Where Deku, he is walking into a room, and right now he actually is somewhat hide in the corner. Him, surprised whenever Emma Frost, she actually is staying there talking to Forge. Listen, I need them built. Alright? I understand. I'll get to work on them as soon as possible. Make modifications. Modifications, all of it. I need those sentinels built. If they cannot do what is needed, there will be a lot of problems. They need to be taken down. Right now, after what they did to Scott, we need them destroyed. The Inhumans are becoming a bigger threat. In their species, if they continue to grow the way they're doing, and eventually the globe is encased entirely, we will all die. This is survival of the fittest right now. And right now, we need to show that we have our backbone. They might have killed one of our own, but just because they took one of us doesn't mean that we're going to stop fighting. We won't give up like that. Right, Forge? Now, Forge, he does understand. And right now, Deku, he actually does want to turn and going to take a few steps backwards. Him waiting, as whenever he does, they're going to start walking forwards. Emma, she actually is going to walk out of the room. And Deku, he has going to approach her. Emma, hey, what are you doing down here? I wanted to talk to Forge. See if there's possibly a way to redesign everything about Terrigenesis. Possibly find a way to keep Genosha safe. The city, it's still in harm's way right now. Right. Forge is busy. Busy with what? He's busy. Listen, he hasn't gotten much sleep. And right now, he's exhausted. He was working all night. And he's tired. Okay? Well then, I'll leave him a note then. I'll handle that. He's laying down. Honestly, he's exhausted. He's been working overtime. Okay. And are you going to tell me anything else? No. How are you feeling? I'm feeling fine. Hungover, but fine. I'm alive. I know. Listen, Black Bolt and them need to pay for what they did. Right now, everything going on, we have to cover our bases. You understand that, don't you? Understand what? Right now, you're trying to pull us into a war. I'm not trying to pull us into a war. That is what we are being faced with. We didn't ask for Terragenesis. Yeah, I understand that. You pulled me out of the Savage Lands, though. I'm voicing my opinion. And you're in charge, aren't you? Emma? Storm is the leader. I help out. Alright? Now, is there anything else you want to say to me? No. Although, I did want to know one thing, though. And what is that? I was curious. You still avoided my question. Scott may have been losing his mind, but even I wouldn't do something like that. And I've had a lot of reasons to lose mine. So, if that really was what Scott did, if that was really why he went out the way he did, then something else happened here. What are you talking about? I'm saying I think somebody set this up. Really? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know who could do it though, but that's on me. I'm just me and the big guy. We're both agreeing on something, and that usually doesn't happen. If it's too simple, then I don't see it, but he does. If it's complex, I see it, but he doesn't. He sees it as just something random happening. I try and piece things together backwards. I see it happen, and then I try to figure out why and how. You and Forger get along. I know. He reverse engineers things. I've heard about him before. I've heard of powers like that. It's something that Tony taught me. Work backwards to find the solution. Or, better yet, find the source of the problem. Interesting. Yes. Well now, I'm gonna go. I got a shower. I really don't smell good. Now, Deku is gonna turn and walk away. And right now, Emma, she is a bit more concerned. Did Deku hear anything while they were talking? Ford has to get to work. And right now, if he knows, it's gonna be a problem. The Hulk is good on their side, but she needs to get control over him. Then maybe Inhumans will become their enemy. Then maybe they can actually take them down. And the world, they will actually gain sympathy for them. This is a chemical attack on them. And that is the issue here. Now, Deku, he actually does hop in the shower. And right now a lot is going through his mind as he does piece together the events. The way Cyclops was acting when he returned. He hasn't seen Scott in years. Maybe longer than that. But the man, he was clearly distressed by something. He was acting odd. I mean, the way he gave a speech about it, the way he phrased what he was saying, everything. I mean, he understands what he was talking about. But this was an accident, wasn't it? So why did he make it deliberately sound like an attack by the Inhumans? The Inhumans aren't their enemy. Inhumans are trying to help them stop this attack. He remembers that much. But then they were attacked by that group, and that's what set off that fight. Okay, so that interaction was hostile. Yet, they were trying to divert the Terrigen cloud. They weren't trying to destroy it. It was only whenever it was destroyed did they get lethal on them. When they got serious about killing mutants. That is a problem. Okay, so Scott Summers was murdered after claiming Inhumans attacked them. But why would Scott do this? You remember Scott went on a mission. The data logs. Everything on that. He needs to go to the Blackbird and find it. Now, Deku, he actually had to hop out of the shower. Him going to walk down the hallway into his room, as he was going to open the door and get dressed. And after doing that, you do actually have to just going to walk out. Him going to turn and Durkee look to see somebody standing there talking on a phone. Right. Them looking at Deku. Thank you. I gotta go. I'm gonna hang up. Hi. Deku looking okay at Katsuki. What was that? Nothing. It's just, I had reception. I was calling my parents, seeing if they were okay. Okay. What happened? Are they still safe in Japan? Yeah, my mom's fine, and so's my dad. But I'm just concerned. They're still worried about me, and they're worried about you over here. I told them that you were back. My mom wants me to knock you around and call you a jackass again. It sounds like your mom. Right? But, what are you doing? Do you know whenever Scott went on the mission to the island or that research facility? Um, Whenever we first found out it was harmful? Yes. Which blackbird did they take? I need to look at a few things. Um, right, I remember that day. Katsuki and walk with Deku, and Katsuki started to talk, expressing. She remembers coming here that day, and at least trying to talk to somebody. I mean, Laura might know more about it. She stopped by and wanted to pay respects to Charles. And that was the day that, well, things seemed to be off. They learned about the Terrigen Cloud, and then she returned back to Jean with the information. Hmm? You, you're with Jean now? Hmm? I joined her higher learning curriculum. I've been trying to help people learn a lot. I know a good amount of stuff. Right. Okay. But Laura, do you know what she might know? You'd have to ask her. But Rogue was here that day too. Have you talked to her? I haven't. Yeah. I don't know where Laura is at, but I think Rogue was getting ready for something. Right. Go find her and talk to her. Um, are things okay? I don't know. That's the problem. Um, can you fill me in? I don't think I can. Be careful of Emma Frost. Okay. Deku walking down the stairs. And right now Deku, he does get to walk back down to the elevator and walk inside. As whenever he does so, he does go down to the training level. Him finding Rogue as she actually is in the middle of working out. And whenever Deku is going to walk in, Rogue is going to jerky turn and see him. Hey, getting a sweat in? Yeah, working out. What is it? Which blackbird did Scott and them return in? What? The first mission. You were here that day, weren't you? That was a while back. Which blackbird was it? Now, Rogue would go to walk over and ask him what is he talking about. Which blackbird did Scott Summers and Emma Frost return to the manor in whenever they investigated Terrigenesis the first time? Now, Rogue is trying to think. I know which one. Good. I need to look at something. Now, Deku would leave with her. And right now, she does try to at least ask a few questions. And Deku, he does try to fill her in. As right now the two, they do go to investigate. And we do actually have in the hangar bay. Where right now Deku, after getting aboard the Blackbird, he does gonna start looking at a few things. As he actually does, well, pull out the communication logs and start playing them. The black box recording playing their comms. And Deku does start to listen. Things, they seem okay. Up to a certain point. Up until Scott seems to, well, collapse. Now, Deku is alarmed by that. And Rogue, she does remember this. This is different. She remembers Scott was sick, but he came here and Beast was able to help him. Rogue is alarmed by what she just tried to think about. Everything she's recalling, it's in a certain order. And right now Deku, he does pay attention to that. And Deku, he does want to ask around. He asked Katsuki earlier, and she repeated the exact same thing, phrase for phrase. Now, Deku, he actually does see that pattern. And right now, he wants to chalk it up to, well, a coincidence. Or at least, just the way the events actually may have happened. Never believe in a coincidence. That is something that he did learn from Tony Stark. However, do believe in the accidents, since accidents, they do always happen. And this apparently seems to be, from what he can tell at first glance, an accident. One that is either been covered up or is purposely being hidden. Now, Deku, he actually does stand up. And right now, after going to turn his head, whenever he does go to stand, he does go to directly see Emma Frost walking towards the Blackbird. And right now, Deku, he does go to directly turn to Rogue. Him going to step forwards fast and tell her, they have a problem. What is it? Emma is coming right this way right now. Shit. Did you get everything you needed? I did, but right now we need a hell of an excuse for why we are hiding on a Blackbird. I have one, but you might not like it. Listen, any excuse right now is good. Okay, good. Now, Rota's going to bring up her hands and grab on Deku, telling him to go with it. Now, we do actually where Emma does go to open the door. And right now she has Doki walk on board and go to see something. Turning her head and shouting to both of them, what the fuck are they doing on the Blackbird? And right now Deku, he has Doki turn to Emma Frost. Him bringing his hands up and grabbing his shirt. Shit. Fuck. What are you doing? Why are you here? Why are you two in the Blackbird? Listen, we wanted privacy. Everyone's running around everywhere. What do you want from us? Okay, seriously, what the fuck? I mean, God. Now, Rogue, she actually is staring at Emma, telling her to back off. Back off? I am trying to manage a superhero team, and right now you two are hiding in a Blackbird trying to... You know what? I'm glad I caught you two before you did anything more. How about you fix your clothes and go? Now. I'm gonna have to change the access codes. Now, Rogue Shizuki pull Deku to his feet and give him a bit of a smile, talking about how she does have another idea as to where to go. Rogue is maintaining a death grip on Deku's arm. Right now, she is copying Deku's emotional state. And Emma, she knows Deku's emotional state is hard to get through. Deku holds back the Hulk with every ounce of willpower he does have. And Deku is always a very angry man. Getting into his head is hard. Getting into his head unnoticed is harder. And she thought that being able to get into Rogue's head would be easy. But Rogue, was also hard to get into her head. Now, Emma was very annoyed, and right now she actually does think that this is a mistaken event of what she may have just caught. And she actually tried to brush us off. Her entering a code into the Blackbird and changing the password. Now, there actually is Deku and Rogue. The two are currently running down the hallway. And Rogue, she does maintain the persona of giggling and laughing as the two are running. And right now, after being pulled into a room, Rogue does go directly turn and lock the door, bring her hand up and grabbing the camera and pulling it off the wall. And Deku does go directly look towards that. Okay, are we safe to talk? We are. What is going on here? I don't know. But if Emma doesn't want us to find out about it, clearly it's big. It has to be. But what do you think it might be? I don't know. Clearly Scott isn't dead. I mean, that has to be it. But if that's the case, then it's about the war with the Inhumans and Terrigenesis. For some reason, she wants Terrigenesis to happen. But that doesn't make sense. Why does she want a war? And we stopped Terrigenesis. Scott stopped it. I don't know. Listen, I'm just trying to piece everything together. Okay, so Scott fell when they first went to the lab, but that doesn't make sense. If he was treated by Beast, Beast would have records or anything on that, right? Perhaps. Should we go talk to him? Maybe. Maybe see what he doesn't know. And if that's the case, then it might... Fuck. We might need to bring Jean into this. Why? Think about it for a second. What is Emma Frost's main concern? Main concern? She's trying to follow us. And how has she been appearing to us? She's been mad? She hasn't dropped her diamond form. Why is that important? Exactly what is her power in her diamond form, and what can she not do? She can't read minds. Exactly. And whenever we were getting off the Blackbird, she wasn't in her diamond form. I didn't even realize. Exactly. So why is that? She's hiding something, but she doesn't want anyone to know it. Exactly. That's why she's been staying like that, 24/7, up until then. So, you actually are onto something then. I know. Listen, thanks for the help back there, and the distraction, it worked. Yeah, I just sorta, yeah, thanks, though, for your help. I need to get Jean involved in this, and if that's the case, then we're gonna try and crack this wide open. Thanks. For what? For bringing me into this. I've honestly been a bit stressed out. No worries. Um, I'm glad that you're still here. Thanks, I guess? Sorry, I'm not good with this. I mean, right. It's almost the end of the world, so why do we care? Why do we care? Just solve this fucking mystery, Izuku. And maybe me and you could chat a bit more. Solve another mystery? Let me guess. Get involved in another distraction? Potato. Maybe. Now, Deku hears Doki open the door. Him and Rogue going to walk out. As right now, Deku, he does at least feel the eyes on him. Asking Hulk if he's paying attention. Hulk here. Okay, Hulk. What do you notice anything out of the ordinary. Hulk feels stalked. Exactly. We need to find Jean. Jean can help us. Jean? Yes, buddy, Jean. Listen, I don't like what's going on here. Clearly there's more to this war than we're being told. What you think it is? A lot's going on. And honestly, I don't like it. Izuku. Fuck off. Izuku. I don't need your help. I need Jean's help. Izuku. My powers are always there. You just have to ask. I don't need your psycho help. Listen, Izuku. I can help solve this. You just have to ask me. My powers are always there. You know what they are. That one mutant. No, inhuman. The one who tussled with the Hulk. My powers are very similar to that. I can make you just as strong as her. Just as powerful. You won't even need to turn into me. In fact, you will have many powers. Even your precious Jean's powers. Really? Yes. I see I have your interest now. Not interested. Now, the Devil Hulk is annoyed. And right now he does decide to somewhat slither back to the hole he crawled out of. And right now Deku, he does go to find Jean Grey. Him trying to let her in on the mystery, as right now a lot is being discussed. And right now, you do actually have Emma Frost, who she is going to call a meeting and try to talk about everything she has found and discovered. And right now, Deku, after bringing Jean in on everything, Jean is a bit confused. However, she does get the rundown as to what happened. Him and Rogue were investigating, and Emma, she was trying to watch them like a hawk. So, they need to be wary of this. And another telepath helping out, it would very much be appreciated. Now, right now Jean, she does agree to help. However, she does want more to the story about this. Especially because, from what she heard from Rogue, they had to do a bit of a distraction. And right now, she does have an idea as to what that might have involved or entailed, but she wants to hear it from Deku first. Now, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. And have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.